right, welcome to Shape Up number 13. If you're following along in sequence, we're at number 13 today. Ooh, lucky number 13. All right, this should be a lucky workout then today. All right, so we're going to begin with our warm-up. So focusing on our three-way leg swing first, bringing the leg forward and back. And on the opposite side, we're focusing on that balance, right? The balance and stability as we've been working on past recordings. And if you need to, just remember to hang on to the wall or chair, or just shorten the range of motion if you're feeling a little bit unstable. All right, and then we're going to cross it over. Aim for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we'll bring the knee up and we're going to open it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we'll change it over. So nice big lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we'll just cross it over. So opening up to the side of the body, really focusing on the stability here for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then bring the knee up, last set, opening that to the side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's bring the feet nice and wide. So we're going wider than shoulder width on this one. And two variations of this, you can really fold yourself forward. And remember, you're bending into the knee and then transferring the weight over, but you're using the, the floor here as a support, moving side to side. Now, if you can't get down that low and you can't bend into the knees that low, bring it on up here to the top, and then we'll move side to side up top. So it just helps out with the flexibility a little bit. All right, so we're gonna aim for 10. So here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to demo down here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so wherever you are, we're going to bring it back to center. So I'm just still in that bent position here. I'm going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So bring it on up. And then I'm just going to cross my arms over one another, and I'm just going to focus on folding forward over the hip bones. And we're going to make that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's aim for 8. Stick that butt out. 6. Bend just a little bit into the knee. 7, 8. Last one. And then we'll bring it up. Okay, so bringing it back up to center here. We're just going to rotate around the core for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we're just going to pivot to the left side. So we're bringing the right foot here is back, my left foot's forward, and I'm just going to pump the heel up and down. So just remember, when you're focusing on pumping that heel, you're also pumping the front knee too. Okay, so don't get confused and start bending the back knee. Okay, so just double check yourself Make sure that you're keeping the back knee straight the whole time and that you're working through the ankle joint. Okay, and then we'll just change sides. Okay, so the purpose here is to work on the calf muscle, but also the joints. You got your knees, your ankles, your toes. And of course, you've got a little bit of the bending in the hips too, right? All right, so we're gonna bring it back to center, and then we'll focus a little bit on the arms. I'm gonna start with some big circles. And just remember too, as we're moving into the colder months, as I've been reminding everybody, and reverse that, you know, it's important to spend just a little bit longer in your warm-ups. So we may end up doing extended warm-ups through the winter season just to help with joint mobility. So basically, with that being said, when you're going through movement here, you're lubricating the joints, just getting things going. Maybe less creaking, less clunking, maybe not as much pain if you're nursing acute or chronic injuries. So elbows important too. So working the elbow joints, and then in the other direction. And then through the wrists. And in the other direction. And then maybe some shoulder rotations. And in the other direction. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on. So we're going to focus on a cardio warm-up. So we're going to begin first with high knees. So high knees. Okay, so we got lots of things to work on today. Got a good variety. Okay, so now just making sure that when you're doing the high knees, you've got your low impact variation, and then of course you've got the high impact variation as well. So you can work with one, the other, or mix the two up, okay? All right, so get ready, guys. So starting in 4, 3. Okay, here we go, pump it out. High knees, nice and strong. So let's keep that going. I'm at 18 seconds. So we've got your support group here today, Kitty 1 and 2. Okay, so 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next one we're going to do the jumping jack. So here's your high impact movement, and then we've got your low impact movement. Okay, here we go. So pumping that out nice and strong. Okay, buddy, come on. Don't bug the other one. All right. Okay, so higher, low impact, and like I said, you can mix the two. You can do a little bit of the low, a little bit of the high. Okay, coming up next, we're gonna do jogging in place. So jogging in place, you can just focus on just how fast you do it or how slow you do it. Okay, so that's your intensity differences. So if you want a higher intensity, you're gonna go faster. If you want a lower intensity, go slower. And again, of course, you can get that medium as well in there. So jogging on the spot, 10 seconds left. Okay, next up, we're going to be doing sumos. So pointing the toes out, we're going to do sumo up and down. Pushing through the heels of the feet, you're warming up the inside thighs right now. It's a nice big lift. Breathing out. Okay, 11 seconds. So we're gonna do butt kicks and squats next. Butt kick and squat. Okay, so you've got your low impact variation, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, and then, or you've got your high impact, 1, 2, 3, 4, but then you're doing the 2 squats down for this one. Now, if you want to ramp that up a little bit, you can definitely add in the jump squat. Okay, so much harder. Or you can mix the 2 variations together. You can do one of the low impact ones and combo that with one of the high impacts. So 3 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna do high knees with punches. Now here's your low impact movement. And then your high impact is obviously the jumping. Okay, so a lot more quicker, more coordination required. Maybe try a few of the hard and then do some of the low impact, but change it up however, you feel like what's your capabilities, working with your comfortable ability. Okay, guys? Okay, so we're gonna do some lateral steps or jumps, and then we're gonna put some squats in there for the next one. Okay, so you can step laterally, squat down, step lateral, squat down. You can also jump lateral, squat down. Now, if you really want to ramp it up, you can do the jump, and then you can do the jump squat. So lots of variations there. Stepping, side stepping or jumping, regular squat, jump squat. You can mix it up however you want. So just remember that I have to give all the varieties because everybody's different and they want either a little bit more or a little bit less. So you're just picking what works best. Okay, last set. So let's do some fast feet. Fast feet. Okay, so this one you can just slow it down to make it less intense, speed it up to make it more intense. You can also step wide and narrow, wide and narrow. You can go back and forth. All right. Okay, so pump it out nice and strong. All right. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so let's rest it up, guys. Now we're going to move into a combo of things for the next one. We have 10 exercises coming up next, and this one's going to be a mix of the cardio again, abs, and strength. So 10 exercises. You need a little bit of your weights. If you don't have the weights, that's fine too. You can just focus on the movement, okay, of the exercise, which will help with mobility. Okay. Okay, so first one we're going to do, we've got 4 high knees. And I'm just going to bring this up to, I'm going to do 40 seconds of work. And then I'll bring it up to 15-second transition for you so that you can get to and from the floor. Okay, so 4 high knees and then 2 lunges, okay? So 4 high knees that can look like this or this, okay? And then you're gonna step into the lunge. You're gonna go 1, 2. So you're just working at your own pace because it's timed, right? I'm not counting your reps, okay? So 4 and 2, 4 and 2, okay? So let's get ready. Starting in 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So 4 and 2, 4 high knees, 2 lunges, 4 high knees, 2 lunges, whatever variation of intensity that you want to do there, that's great. Okay, so just give you a heads up, after this one, we're gonna get onto the mat. So I'll give you like a 10-second extra warning if you want to start getting on down there. Okay, so your 10-second warning is now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so laying on the back, we're going to do chest press with the dumbbells. So again, you can do this with or without the weight. So up and down, nice big push. Palms are facing forward on this one. You can also do palms facing in, up and down. Okay, so pump that out. Coming up next, we're going to do some bicycles. So I'll show you a couple variations of the bicycle. We're staying on the floor, so you don't need to worry about getting up. 14 seconds. Okay, so in the sit-up slight position here, we're going to do bicycles. Now this is going to put tension on the whole core here. Okay, otherwise you can lay flat, maintain pelvic tilt, and bicycle. Okay, so two variations there. Just making sure that if your upper body is rested on the floor, make sure that you're maintaining the pelvic tilt. So the lower back is connected to the floor. Do not put your hands underneath your back. That is not activating those muscles the way they should be. Okay, after this one, I'll give you that 10-second warning. You can get off the mat and come on back up to the feet. We've got a couple exercises standing up next. Oh, 10-second warning. A little bit late, sorry. Too much talking. Okay, so for this one, we've got the jumping jack with the squat movement. And then for your high impact, you've got the jumping jack full and then the squat movement, okay? Okay, so we got this one, or you've got, oops, this one, squat down. My brain's thinking about too many things at one time. Okay. So keep that going. And then after this one, we're going to do 4 lunge pulses. And then you just change sides after that. 4 lunge pulses and then changing sides. Okay, so with or without the weight, you can pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all you're going to do is just change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then just remember that when you're doing the pulse, you're working halfway between the upper level and the lower level. So it's in here in the middle. Okay, so it's not a full range of motion up and down. Just pulsing, then changing. Okay, so we're getting back on the mat again. I'll give you that extra 10-second warning. Okay, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rest. The next exercise is going to be bird dog, side to side. Okay, so extending that leg out behind you. I want it at hip height, and then the arm comes up to the ear, and then you're doing that reach between the opposite arm and leg. So really thinking about lengthening those limbs. All right. Okay, then after this one, I'll give you the 10-second warning again because we're gonna stand up. Almost there, guys. 10 seconds now is your warning. Okay, rest, 15 seconds. We've got 2 jumping jacks, so any variation of jumping jack, and then you're gonna do I'm gonna do some front raises and some side raises. So front raises and side raises. Four, three, two, one. Okay, so now we have front raise with the dumbbells and side raise. And again, you can do this without the dumbbells. So nice big lift up, breathing out. Okay. Okay, so just keeping the knees bent a little bit when you're doing this one. Abs are nice and tight. And then lifting up and down. Okay, and then I'll give you the 10-second warning to get down to the mat next. Okay, that's your 10 seconds. And we're going to be doing crossovers next for the abs. Okay, so laying on the mat, palms together. We're going to lift up, rotate to the one side, come back down again, and then just change over to the other side. Okay. Okay, here we go. Pump it out. So just make sure that the feet stay on the floor when you try to do the sit up. If your feet come off the floor or your hips lift up, you're trying to come up too high and you don't have the strength to do that. So just work with that range of motion that allows you to keep the hips and the feet on the floor. Okay, so some people are going to come up higher, some people are going to be lower. And then, okay, so next up, we have 10-second warning right about now. You're going to come on up to your feet. You need that extra 10. Okay, so with or without your weights, you're going to do curtsy lunge. So we're stepping that foot back on the angle. Okay, so you're doing the curtsy lunge. Okay. All right, so just remember you're toe tapping the foot on the angle behind you. Okay, so we got 20 seconds left on this set, and then we're capiche, and then you can have a rest, and then we'll change it up. Woo! Okay, nice job, guys. Grab a drink, grab a rest, and then we're going to bring it into more strengthening next. So a little bit more of your own body weight work, and then a little bit of dumbbells in there possibly. Okay, so while you're having a break, I'm just going to talk about the next exercise. So we've got 8 exercises up next, and then we're going to do 40 seconds of work and keep the rest the same. So it just gives you enough time to get to and from, and I'll still continue to give you the 10-second extra warning. Okay. Okay, so first one is going to be a double arm push press. So we're going to just do a mini squat and then a press up, a mini squat and a press up for that one, okay? And because it's timed, we're not counting repetitions. You can alternate as well if you want to do that. That's fine too, okay? All right, so let's get ready. I'll just change up the sets on here because we just completed 10. We want to bring it down to 8. We're going to keep it at 40 and 15. Okay, so let's get ready. Okay, so we got that squat down, lift up, squat down, lift up. Okay, and then after this one, we're just going to do plain squats, just squats after this one, with or without the dumbbell. So we don't need to get down onto the mat yet. 14 seconds, guys. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Okay, so resting the dumbbells at the sides or one at the chest. We're going to do that squat down, lift up, squat down, lift up. Okay, so really focusing on pushing through the soles of the feet, really driving the hips back and bringing the chest slightly forward. All right. Got a frog in my throat today. I'm sure that's annoying for you guys to listen to. I apologize for that. Okay, so next up we've got planking on the floor with the push-ups. So I'll give you your 10-second warning, and that's right about now. So if you want to head down there, you can. Okay. So palms are slightly wider than shoulder width. We're gonna come down into the plank, and then you're just gonna do the plank, push up and down. And then you can also do this from the knees, plank, push, plank, push, and then you can bring it into a full plank and then up and down if you want to do the harder variation of that, okay? So if you're looking at my position from the front view, if I'm in the box push, it's just up and down and then lower up and down. Just make sure that you don't push, you don't always lead with the same side. Okay, so after this one, we're coming back up to your feet, and I didn't give you the 10-second warning, so you should work your way up there. And we're gonna work on alternating lunges. So again, you can use weights, hold them at the side, you can hold them at the chest, and you're moving, you're alternating side to side. Okay. All right. Or alternating, forward and back. All right. So after this one, we're going to do crunches, doing knees in and out. I'll give you that 10-second warning. So we're back on the mat again after this. Okay, so if you need that extra 10. Okay, so bringing the fingertips to the temples and then the feet come up. We're going to curl it in and out, in and out. Okay. So just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. So after this one, we're gonna come back up to the feet again. I'll give you your 10 seconds extra. And then we're gonna do some squats with some alternating side leg raises. Nine seconds. So you wanna work your way up there. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna squat down and then side leg raise, squat down and side leg raise. Okay, so you can do 2 dumbbells at the side or 1 at the chest. Okay, here we go, pump it out nice and strong, guys. And then again, after this one, we're gonna get down onto the mat again. I'll give you your 10-second warning. I know lots of up and downs today. Okay. 15 seconds. 10-second warning. Okay, so Superman's alternating the arm and leg. So right arm, left leg, and then switch. Okay, here we go, pump it out. So after this one, we're going to come on back up to the feet. I'll give you the 10 seconds again extra, and then we're going to do some side lunges. And for the next one, you can use the weight or no weight, just it's up to you. Four, three, two, one. Okay, so we've got the side lunge, stepping side to side, side to side. Okay. Good, and begin. So just remember, when you step to the side, you want to sink into that one knee, but leave the foot planted on the floor. So don't roll the foot to the inside when you step to the side. Okay, last set on this one, and then we'll rest up. And we'll change it up. Okay, so 10 seconds left. And then I'll give you a break. Good, okay, so let's rest up, grab a drink. And then we're gonna change the 8 exercises. We're gonna do something different. Now on the next one, there's quite a bit of like different planking movements in there too. And again, getting to and from the floor. So just be prepared for that. I'll give you the extra 10 seconds warning if you want to start to get up from the floor or get down to the floor. Okay, so for the first exercise, we're going to do the push-up. So if you've been following the past videos, there's the box push-up you can do up and down. Okay, and then you can also do the push-up from the knees with the butt tucked in. Okay, and then, or you can do the harder one. If you can manage it, maybe just try, like a couple and then regress. There's no harm in that. But if not, just start where it's best for you. Okay, so let's move through those. So get on down to the floor. And actually then the first 2 exercises are going to be on the floor. So I won't give the 10-second warning. Okay. Okay, so doing those push-ups. So your choice, you can do that box push. You can do the push-up from the knees. Just make sure that if you're doing that one, your butt's tucked down and not sticking out behind you. Okay. Okay, and then coming up next after this one, I'm going to show you 2 different planking movements, or a couple different variations of the plank. Okay, so here's planking number 1, here's planking number 2, and then if you want to try this harder one, we can do some cross unders. So bringing the knee underneath, doing a little bit of a twist through the hips. Okay, so you're either in this position or resting at the knees. You can also try some knee dips too. Okay, so some different variations there. Now I'll give you the 10-second warning. We have to get back up onto the feet again. Okay, so 10 seconds right about now. Okay, so with or without weights, we're gonna do a diagonal lunge. So the right foot goes left, and then just noticing that the back foot pivots, and then you're just gonna come back to center, and then pivot to the other side. Okay, so just remember that when you're stepping the leading leg, to make sure that when you land, you're focusing on the heel of the foot and you're just pushing back from the heel of the foot. So just don't let your weight transfer onto the toes so much. And then after this one, okay, get down. If you need that extra 10 seconds, we're gonna get down to the floor again. Like I said, there was lots of planking variations in this exercise. Okay, so we've got the step outs, the planking step outs. Okay, or you can do the jump outs. Okay, so a couple harder variations there. Sorry, Kitty, you got in the way there. All right. Okay. So we'll stay on the floor for the next one. We're gonna do the plank again, but we're just gonna change it up a little bit. So lots of core today. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we can try some hip dips next, side to side. If this is too hard, just rest at your knees. So hip dip. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll give you the 10-second warning on this one again. We're gonna try curtsy lunges coming up next. And we have knee knockers as well. So we got two standing exercises after this one. Okay, so 10 seconds now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so with or without the weight, we're gonna do the curtsy lunge side to side. You're alternating on this one. So just stepping the one foot back, the toes tapping on the diagonal, and you're bending into both knees, bend into both knees. Okay. Great, you can do it with weight. You can hold one at the chest, you can do 2 at the side. Okay. And then we're gonna do a knee knocker next. So again, with or without the weight. So 8 seconds. Okay, so sitting into squat, we're gonna do the knee knocker next. Okay, so again, you can hold the dumbbell at the chest or 2 at the side for that one. Okay, and then I'll give you a 10-second warning. We're gonna get back down to the floor. We're gonna finish off with some planks again, and then we have some plank marches to do. 15 seconds. And 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so coming into plank, we're gonna do some marches. Okay, you can also do it from the knees as well. You just have to do an extra step. So extend the leg, then lift, bend it, extend the leg, lift, and then bend it, resting at the knees. So just remember, when you're doing plank from the knees, the butt stays down. Don't stick the butt in the air, because you're taking away from trying to like condition the core to be in a supported plank. Okay, 10 seconds. So we did a lot of core work. Good, and rest. Okay, good job. So we did a lot of core work integrated into the whole program today. So I'm not going to spend an additional time at the end for core. But what I'm going to focus on next is stretching it out. Okay. All right. So let's begin. First, we'll lay on the back. We'll draw the knees in towards the chest. So just hugging it in, maybe rocking yourself side to side. Okay, and then we'll extend the left leg onto the floor, point the right one up towards the sky for one-legged stretch. So you're getting the hamstring here. Draw the big toe in towards the shin. So you're getting the calf, you're getting the ankle joint. Okay, and then lower that, and then change sides. And then we'll release that. Bring the soles of the feet together. So this one's supine groin stretch. So you're stretching the insides of the thighs here. Just allow the knees to work their way down towards the floor. Try to relax through the hip joints. Okay, then we'll draw the knees together, bring the arms out to the sides. Let's just connect both knees to the one side, and then on the opposite side, you're gonna turn the head looking out over the fingers. And then we'll just roll it back and then change sides. And then we'll just roll it back and then roll onto the one side. We're gonna bring the heel in towards the glute, stretching out the quadricep muscle. So the quadricep muscles, the four giant muscles you have in the front of your leg here. And then we're gonna change over to the other side. Okay, so you guys can just roll over to the other side. I'll actually roll over to the other side today instead of changing sides. And then we'll just release it, bring it back. Now, just gently roll over to that one side, and then we're just gonna push ourselves up, come into just an easy seated position. That could be cross-legged, that could be legs out in front. I like sitting on my knees, but that does not work for everybody. So we're gonna stretch out the upper body. So connecting the fingers together, big press up. Reach to the right, reach to the left, reach to the right, reach to the left, stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay, lower the arms down, connect the palms together behind your back, roll your shoulder blades to kiss one another in the back. But at the same time, make sure that you're relaxing through the upper shoulder. So don't bring them up around the ears. Try to really just relax them to lower down. And then release the arms, shake them out, and we'll just do a few of the shoulder rolls. And I hope you guys enjoyed the program for today. And then change directions. We did a big mix of things. Focused a lot on integrating core into the program today. But all the movements that you're learning as well are multifaceted. Do you have like some exercises that you're doing 2 movements or 3 movements possibly in one, but you're integrating a lot of various muscles at the same time. So switching directions here. And then your rotations through your wrists. We did a lot of, we did like some push-ups and we did gripping of the weight. So, you know, we want to make sure that we integrate wrist rolls and in the other directions here. All right. Okay, guys, nice work today. The shape up number 13. If you're following in sequence, my brave friends say, have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.